So we're back again with another video on the 143. So on this episode we're going to be concentrating on getting our bracket on for our exhaust stack, which we just had painted in red, and our air intake pipe for that side, that's also been painted in red. We're going to be having a look at this fuel tank. We're not just happy with the way this is sitting. Obviously these cross members are on rubber mounts under here, so there is a little bit of flex in this. So with the fuel tank on there now, it's actually pulling all this forward, and that's an empty tank, and that's going to hold about 300 kilos of diesel. So I'm not particularly happy the way that's just hanging on those brackets. That's putting all the pressure onto these body bolts here. So we're going to be looking at trying to fit some sort of brace and make something in there. It's not ideal when we just paint, so we're going to look at that as well. I'll take you around here, I'll show you these bits I've just shot blasted. So just run these through the shot blaster. These are our brackets for the air intake, and obviously the clamp that goes on the little rubber bellow on the bottom of the air intake, which fits there, goes down to the air box. So I'm going to be putting a bit of paint on these, getting these tidied up, bolt these on the cab, and then we can get the air intake pipe back on there. I've got this pipe here, which is again part of the air intake. I'm just on with sanding this down at the moment. I'm going to paint this in satin black. So we'll get this prepped and painted and get that back on as well. And finally, well, I say finally, we're not going to be doing it in any particular order. But anyway, we're also going to be hopefully remounting this hydraulic tank. These rubber bushes are completely shot under here, so we've got some new rubber bobbins to fit on there. So we're just going to lift this up, slide the new bobbins in, bolt it down. So we know that is nice and secure and how it should be. So need to nip over to my unit at Middleton, where the air intake and the stack bracket have been painted. So let's whiz over there now, let's grab them, we'll get back, we'll get it done. Right guys, so we're here over at my place, picked these up, which Tom has just painted. Look at that. Yes, nice and shiny. This is the air intake at the back of the cab. We've got the black grill vent on the front. This is the stack bracket, and obviously the stack support tube. All these can now come back over to Bury. Let's get them on. Right, so we're back. Let's get cracking. Let's get these bits put on. Let's make some progress. It's like the flagpole of victory. If it fits.
Coming together when we start seeing things like that.
Yeah, shiny stuff's going on now. These are the nice bits.
No more welding.
We hope. Right, so we've got our bracket on for the exhaust stack. We've just strapped this stack on for now because we ain't got any proper straps for it, but we can just get this into position. It's not perfect, this thing, but it's an exhaust at the end of the day, so it'll serve its purpose. And don't worry, that's not staying up there, we just put it in for a laugh. So now we've got this in position, we can actually start to figure out the piping for the exhaust. So we've just put this in place for that reason at the moment. So we've got this bracket on, we've braced that fuel tank. We did had to weld it, unfortunately. We've had to grind a little bit of that paint off, but we'll touch that back up. Just too difficult to try and get in and nut and bolt that, so we ain't planning on this coming back off at any time soon anyway. So we've just put that brace in there just to support that fuel tank with all that weight in it. I'll take you around the other side. We've got a nice shiny air intake on. Look at that. That's come out really well, that. Proper nice and shiny. It pops really well against that white as well. Kept the vent in black. We put all new screws around that edge there. That's all nice new shiny screws in. Put all new rubber bobbins on here as well. We've painted and refurbed all these brackets top and bottom. We've refurbed all this lower pipe. Our scrunchies back on. We've put a new one of these on because the old one broke. We had to get that from Scania, and these are the brackets that we shot blasted and painted earlier. So that's all now on. We've also got this brace on for the stack bracket. We've got our hydraulic tank mounted on the rubber bobbins as well. That's now done. All nice new shiny clean bobbins on there, so this tank just gets a little bit of a wobble. I think the idea behind that is as the truck's running, it doesn't shake that tank, vibrate it and start to fizz up and aerate all the hydraulic oil. So that's the reason for that, I would imagine. And that's done. So next we are going to get these wheels off. So these wheels are going for paint. We've got new wheels for the outers, these are going to be the inners. So we're going to pop these off now so we can load them up into a trailer down there somewhere. And I can take these up to my place and get these painted. And we're just going to bang these new rims on the outers of this for now. We've got the big arse fan going because it's about 1,000,000 degrees in here tonight. Really humid tonight for some reason, so that's keeping us nice and cool. Absolutely love that. Let's crack on, let's get these wheels off. We've got our new super single tyres here to go on the front. Bit of red dust on them, but it'll wash off. And load these up onto the trailer now. And take these wheels off and get these wheels painted and bang these nice new chunky tyres on the front. Right, so we've got all our wheels loaded up there now. Get these off up to my place for some paint. We have got some new rims, as I've already said, which we're going to be doing some rim swaps and messing about, but some of these will need to be painted, so I'm going to get the lot off up to me, and I can get our tyre man to sort out the swaps, and Tom can then crack on and paint what needs painting. We've left this wheel off. We've not put anything on there because we do need to strip this front end now. This is probably going to be one of the next stages. We've got new drums, new shoes, new brake chamber for the front end, so wheels are off. May as well leave them off now. Crack on with that, all the running gear. We're going to crack on with this tomorrow. It's now 1:30 in the morning.